Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 3 of our How to Create a Landscape series. Today we'll be mainly focused on using the Landmass plugin. So to begin with, we're going to want to go up to plugins. We're going to search for the Landmass plugin. Now this is a beta plugin, so may not want to use it in a AAA release game, but for our purposes it'll be fine. So after this is enabled, we're just going to want to restart it. So after we've restarted the engine, we're going to go up to the landscape, make sure our landscape is selected, and then go to the manage tab. We're going to add a new layer right over here, and we're going to rename this one BPB underscore mountain underscore 1, so that we know this one's using the blueprint. Next, we're going to go down to blueprint brush over here and select custom brush landmass and left click on the world. Now after it'll spawn this little triangle shape, we can move this around by controlling the vertex points. So if I drag this over here and this over here, we can make a more unique pyramid. Now if we would like to add more segments, we can hold Alt and drag off the point, and then it'll add another vertex segment. This way our mountain will be a little bit more unique, so I'm just going to customize it a little bit here. Now that I'm happy with the shape, we're going to go over to the top of this landscape brush, and there we can edit some more settings like cap shape. This, instead of giving us like a mountain top, will just give us a flat top in case we want to use it as a playable area. There's also this fall off angle, and you can change the angle mode, but they basically do the same thing. Our next major setting is going to be this curl noise under the effects tab, and we can just play around with these settings until we find some mountains that we like. So just remember that these curl noise settings and those previous cap settings with the fall off angle are going to be your primary settings. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with this mountain design for now. So the next step is going to be adding some rock texture to it. So we're going to go into landscape mode again if we're not ready. And then we can go to sculpt or paint to add a new layer. So we're just going to add this. So we're just going to name this paint underscore mountain underscore rock 1. And then we're going to come down and select our rock texture and paint it in. So after I've done all this, you can see we got this filled in. Now, in case you're wondering how to manually sculpt it, say you wanted this area to be a little bit more flat and you try and sculpt, you'll notice that it doesn't edit the actual brush, just the actual landscape mass. So what we're going to do is add another layer. We're going to call this one sculpt underscore mountain 1, and then we have to make sure that this is above the blueprint brush mountain 1 layer, but as long as it's above, it should work like any other normal layer. And if we want, we can even decrease the alpha on it, and then it'll indent. And that's about it for the landscape brushes. As you can probably see when we're going through it, there's a lot of settings you can play around with. This is kind of a good overview, and I recommend you guys spend some time with it. Other than that though, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next episode where we add some water.